Okay, hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Demetrius with Akeelah Traders. And so today is Tuesday, April 9th, 2024. And I'm taking a look at our live systems running here today. We're going to take a look at several different accounts like we would typically do. And so we'll just give you an idea of how our systems are running. And so the focus of today's video is going to be on how we manage losses, because today is one of those days in the market where I think we pretty much lost on most of our accounts across the board. Some have done well on a couple of pairs, but generally speaking, this has been a losing day. And so what I want to focus on is how we're using our system to help us manage our risk and control those losses. So let's start out here on this account and just look at right now. We're in a couple of live trades. Let's look and see what the system is doing right now. Today, let me sort these by the symbol. So we're trading Bitcoin right now. Looks like we're in a couple of sales on Bitcoin. Let's jump over and look at that one. So right now we're in a scalp mode on Bitcoin. So we're scalping this on the lower time frames, I believe 15-minute. I'll have to look at my settings in here. 30-minute and 15-minute time frame. So using one of our pro strategies there. And so we're in a couple of profits here. Looks like we started taking sales up in this area. I'm looking right now at a 5-minute chart. And so as the market reverse Bitcoin has been high for the last several days, but we've been on this decline down here. And so starting today, we start taking sales right up in this area once we broke through this previous support here. And so the system started taking sales, and this is a scalp mode. So it's taking small little moves. Stop losses are up here to give us room for the trade to move. And you see we've got several different take profit areas that are down in here, more take profit targets down here. So if the market continues pushing this way, we'll take profits. And if the market goes back the other way, it may come up here and hit our stop losses, but there's built-in reversal signals in here as well. So unlikely that the market is going to push back up and hit our stop losses, but I mean, it could happen. It just depends. But right now, we're in those scalps on Bitcoin. Then NAS 100. What are we doing on NAS 100? We're in sales on NAS 100. Let's go to that one. And on this strategy, you can see, okay, so here are a couple of our losses on here. Let me move this down a little bit. Give me a little more room. You can see some of these blue lines on here. And I've just got my particular system coded where it gives me some visuals of what my previous activity was. So we were in some buys here earlier this morning, and before those got up to hit our profit target, we hit a big resistance area and pushed down. So we actually lost those trades from earlier today. Since then, we picked up a few sales, and these have not done much. We're in just slightly negative here. And I believe on this one, so we're trading NAS on our pro strategy again on this account, and predominantly on, let's see what time frame we're on this one. Predominantly on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so but again, let me take a look at the losses, because overall this account here is somewhere around $18,000 or so. Is the current balance right now. We're down about $800. So we've taken losses here today, but they're by controlled losses. Our system is maintaining the tolerances that we give it. So in the settings here, I'm able to specify based on each particular pair that I want to trade, or on my overall system, what my risk tolerances are. So let me just use NAS 100 as an example over here. So if I go to my inputs, in here I'm able to specify what I have a daily profit goal. If I reach a daily profit goal of 10%, it automatically stops trading. If I hit a daily loss limit of 10%, it automatically stops trading. I can specify here a minimum overall account balance for the system to stop trading indefinitely. So the daily limits up here is if I lose so much per day, then it'll stop trading for that day. The next day it picks up and starts again. My overall limits here are indefinitely means if it hits this level here, it's not going to trade anymore. And so I really just have a placeholder there. I don't use the overall account balance limit, or I'm not using it on this particular account. But you can do the same thing with your maximum overall equity if you say, hey, you're going to be away for an extensive period of time. And that's really what these two levels are. That's why I don't really have mine filled in because I'm looking at my system pretty much every day. But I can specify an upper level. If I get to that point, I can tell my system stop trading and be done. Then down here, I also have my individual risk. So if I'm wanting to take only a certain amount of risk per trade, I can control that. So here, my risk percentage, this is every time my system takes a trade, how much of my account do I want to risk? I'm willing to risk 1% of my account. Here, with around $17,000 balance, that means I'm willing to risk $170 every time I see an opportunity to take a trade. So that's how our system is looking at this. And so even though we've taken losses, let me go back to the account history. Yeah, we've lost almost $800 today. My risk tolerance on this is 10%. So as long as I'm staying within $1,800 or so, it's still going to continue trading. And so that's what's going on now. Let me go to another, one of these other accounts here. I think this one, this is a larger account. And so on this one, we're managing this account with an even larger balance. Still the same kind of tolerances here. I believe this account is running with a 10% as well. This is a different strategy on here, but typically 10% is what we're running. In some exceptions, it may be a little more, a little bit less. So in this account here, today we've taken losses. We've lost a total of $6,800. And you can see up through here, we've traded NAS 100. So today was just not a good day with trading NAS 100. Whatever we were trying, it was not working today. So we took several losses, but again, they're controlled. We took some trades on gold. We lost several trades on gold. We hit one take profit target on gold today. All of these that we're running are typically pretty aggressive strategies, but that's okay, and so an example of what I mean, let's look at, so that's today. If I go and say, let's make sure, so that's just today's history. If I go and change and just say, well, let me look at, this week between yesterday and today, and I go and look, see, we had a pretty good day yesterday. So between yesterday and today, we're still up about $3,600. So that's fine. We're going to have losing days. As long as on the days that we lose, we're controlling how much we lose and don't let the market suck so much of our liquidity or our money out that we don't have funds to properly trade the next day. That's the goal of this game. It's managing the risk. When we lose, we control how much we lose so that when we win more than what we lost, and that accommodates for the losing trades or the losing days. Okay. Right now we are in a live trade. Let's see, on gold. So we're in a trend trade on gold sell. So that's one of our primary strategies that's running. Let's pull that up. I'm already looking at it. So this is on the 5-minute time frame. We've got two positions that are open. So we've already hit one profit target here on gold. So we initially started trading right in this area is where we took the sell. When our system takes a sell, it takes 3 entries each time, so we can manage those 3 separately. We can have different profit targets, different exit criteria and things for them. So we took the first trade right around this area. You see we sold gold at 23.53. I'm going to use my crosshairs here. So we sold right at this price area here. The first profit target was already hit. If I go into my history and find, this is it right here. So that same trade took at 23.53. The profit target was at 23.40. So when we got to 23.40, it closed that one out of 3 positions. It closed that one and took almost $260 in profit. Okay. The other way, these other 2 positions are being managed by the system. Once the first one hits its profit target, then it automatically adjusts the stop losses. It's going to move the stop losses on one of those All of these started out with the same stop loss, was at 23.65. That's this area up here. It said take the sell here, put your stop loss above this previous area of resistance. Once we hit that first profit target, it said, okay, of my 2 remaining positions, I want you to move the stop loss on one, moves it to break even. So even if the market reverses on us, we're not going to lose anything on this position. And so that stop loss here was moved to the exact entry point, 23.53.42. So if the market reverses and it does push up here, this will close. It'll be a 0 profit, 0 gain. And the last position, it leaves the stop loss here. It says I took this trade because I have in my monitoring or my analysis, I'm projecting that the market is going to continue to fall. So we're going to leave our original stop loss up here with the goal of reaching this profit target. So I enter here. The risk that we're taking is that we're expecting the market to get to this point here, approximately 23.27, before it reverses and comes back up to 23.65. That's a normal part of trading. Now, how likely is it that the market is going to do that? Well, it depends. If I zoom out and I come out to maybe my 15-minute chart or something, or my hourly chart, we can see that that's not really an unusual thing for the market to happen. That's not so rare for the market to push down to this area before it goes up here. If you look at this history here, back here, and this again is gold, the market has been going up and it's been going down. It's going up, it does things like this, pushes up and comes back down. And so this is a cycle that the market takes. So we're just simply trying to take advantage of the market cycles in how and when we execute our trades. And so that's how the system manages that, but that's all part of the risk. Once we get a certain amount of profit here, we're wanting to minimize our risk. So if this trade completely reversed on us, this will become a net 0 out of the total. One will close here, the other one will close at a loss, but since we already have some profit from the first time, our net result would have been, okay, we didn't lose anything on that trade, we didn't make anything. That rarely happens, but it's a protection measure that we have in place. And that's how our system is going to help us manage these risks. So I think that's good for today. I don't want to make this video way too long. I just want to show that, we are taking losses in this system. We have a lot of videos showing how the system is running. It's taking profits, it's making gains, and all of that is good. It is great, but you are going to have these times when you are going to lose in the market. And if it is in these cases here where we lost these trades on gold earlier, we said, I guess this was a sell. I'm taking a sell on gold at this price. I'm putting my stop loss here. If I'm wrong and the market pushes up to this price, I don't care what it does after that. Take my loss, get me out, and I'll reassess. And that's just the kind of thing we have to do. And so our system is capable of doing that for us more consistently than you can as an individual, either because you're not available to monitor the market all of these times, or because things like fear and emotions get into place and you're thinking, hey, I've lost this money, I've lost this trade, and I'm just going to hold on to it because it's going to come back. It's going to come back. And most of the time it doesn't. And so those emotions can cause you to make the wrong decisions and stay in a trade too long. Or if a trade is going in favor of you, it'll cause you to be greedy and want to make a little more profits, a little more. Let me ride it a little bit longer, and you should have gotten out and taken your profits. So that's just a little bit of information on how our system works. Hopefully you guys were able to see through some of these, a few of these trades that were live running. I'm catching this recording here. It's afternoon time, and so our systems are not actively taking any new trades, just based on the set hours that we have. But you can see from the ones that we've already taken, how we're managing this risk here. So hopefully this video was good. It explained to you and gave you an idea of seeing how our system works. And if you guys have questions, please leave us some comments in here. Please like our channel, subscribe here, and hit the notification bell so you can see when we post additional information like this. And our goal is just to kind of make people aware that there are trading systems that you can take advantage of in the market, and can be consistently profitable. Not profitable all the time, but over a period of time, if you're managing your risk and managing your emotions, you can be successful in this kind of trading. Okay. All right. We appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys next time. God bless you all. Thanks.